Joining us today on MSUEagles.com is Brett Rude. Brett has been on the Morehead State football staff the past couple of years as he finished up a master's degree and is now a full-time assistant, recently elevated to that position. He'll be working with the offensive line and the tight ends moving forward. A couple of groups, Brett, that you've spent some time with in previous years. Let's first kind of rewind, and some of the fans out there know you and some of them don't, but tell us a little bit about your background, where you grew up, where you went to high school, and I know you played college football as well.
Well, I've been at Morehead State here for this will be my third year now, but before that I grew up in the state of Michigan. Went to a school called Waterford-Kettering, played 3 years of varsity football there, and then went on to Albion College where I was a 4-year letterman and played both the offensive and defensive lines. After that, I started my coaching career at Concordia University in Ann Arbor, and then almost immediately, about after one season, came here, and I've been here ever since.
Talk about kind of the way that you got to Morehead State in the first place. Was it a coaching connection? Was it through your professional networking? Was it a state or a part of the country that you were looking to get to, or just a good opportunity to get a master's degree and coach football?
Well, the man who I played for at Albion College, who ended up coaching me at the offensive line position, Dustin Buer, he was actually a graduate assistant here. So once he got to Albion, coached me, he knew I was trying to get into coaching. So he kind of set me up with an interview here, and then the rest was history.
Brett Rude is our guest today on MSUEagles.com. He is a new full-time assistant football coach here at Morehead State, third year overall with the program. And Brett, you've been involved with a very prolific offense the past couple of years here at MSU. Guys like Zach Lewis and Dante Sawyer go down statistically as the best at their position in school history. I think 29 school records in all were set on the offensive side of the ball the last couple of years. And the main offensive categories like total yards and passing yards, Morehead State has been at the top of the Pioneer Football League. As you kind of look back, these past 2 years that you've coached with the program, what are some of your thoughts on the offense and some of the things they've accomplished?
Well, we've been lucky to have a really good system with some really good playmakers within it. Obviously, a couple of those guys are graduating, and I don't want to steal your questions, but they're moving on, and so we got guys waiting behind them who I think can flourish in the system that we've installed. And Coach Tenier's brought in an offensive coordinator, Craig Mullins, he's done the same thing while up at Georgetown, and we hope to continue on what we've done in the past and possibly improve on things.
I know about a month ago there was a lot of uncertainty with the football program and the staff and the overall situation here. Obviously, you have a good relationship with Rob Tenier, who was recently promoted to the head coaching position. Just talk about kind of your view of him and the positive characteristics he brings to the table, and I know you're looking forward to working for him moving forward.
Yeah, and I've been working for Coach Tenier. I've been working for Coach Tenier since I got here. He was the offensive coordinator, so I was the offensive GA working directly for him. So I got to experience his leadership style firsthand, which is highly effective. He's a great leader and installed the offense, which gave us so much success. And I think that'll rub off on his new assistant coaches and the new staff, and we look to enjoy some great success in the future.
Talk about some of your specific duties, Brett, both on and off the field. I know they might change slightly moving forward, but at least the past couple of years, just give the fans kind of an overview of the things that you've been responsible for directly, both on and off the field.
Well, I've worked in a lot of different aspects of the program. When I first got here, I was primarily the offensive line assistant. And the second year I was here, which was last year, I worked mostly with tight ends. This year it'll probably be a combination of the two. With the offense that we're running, the tight ends do a lot of what the offensive linemen are doing. They're involved with protections, but they also run routes and whatnot, which I have a knowledge base on. Off the field, recruiting obviously has been a big part of what I've done. I've recruited southeastern Ohio and southwest Kentucky, but I've also been the video, not coordinator, but main video worker. So I deal with all the practice film, video exchanges between different teams, and coordinate highlight films and things like that.
Obviously, technology is blowing up and everything is internet-based and technology-based. Talk a little more about the video operation, both practice film, game film, how you guys exchange with opponents, how you guys do your scouting, things of that nature.
Well, as far as scouting opponents or scouting
Both evaluation of Morehead State and then scouting opponents too.
Yeah, well, we get all that film through Game Tape Exchange. It's all exchanged through the internet these days. You don't have to drive across the country to trade a tape with San Diego, that's a good thing. So we get all that stuff. As far as practice film goes, we have a pretty advanced system in place. Once practice is done, our video's up and we're watching it 10 minutes after practice is over, and sometimes we'll watch it with the players as well. So we get video reviewing. It's a priority for us, and it helps us succeed on the field.
Well, Brett, we want to congratulate you once again on the recent promotion. We know you've done a great job for the Eagles the past couple of years, and will continue to do that in the future. Brett Root has been our guest today on MSUEagles.com, and thanks once again for your time.
Thank you.